Thank you. Right, good morning everybody, and welcome to the new year of health scrutiny. And before we start, I need to inform you that the meeting is being live streamed and recorded, so please make a note of that. Item 1, I have apologies for absence, which is Peggy Mudd, who's here anyway.
Yes.
Disposal of pecuniary interests, as per usual, please declare them. Item 3, minutes of the previous meeting for those who were part of the committee vote.
In the room. Has anybody got Teams open in the room? If you just want to mute your microphones and speakers on your laptops, that might prevent it.
It disappeared off TV. Right, item 4, public question time. We have none. Item 5, what's your meeting for this quick? Member question times, we have 2, which have been submitted beforehand, and responses have been published. I can find them. So the first question was from Councillor Ruth Houghton. Ruth joined online. Ruth,
yes, thank you.
Follow-up?
Yes, I do. Thank you, Chair. Thank you for the response to the question. I don't really think it's addressed the question I asked. So my supplementary is, when will the engagement sessions finish? And at what point will we know the future of Bishop's Castle and other community hospitals, please?
Okay, thank you. Rachel, pass over to you. What you might know.
So I'm not going to be able to answer this question unless Gareth wants to pick it up from the partnership, but I think we can take this question away and bring that back for a response. We haven't got anybody from the Community Trust on the call who will be able to answer that question unless the ICS wants to make a comment specifically.
No, sorry, I was going to say that. Okay, to the left button on the right button. Right, thank you. Yeah, I think that's exactly right, Rachel. There is work underway, but the timelines on that are not clear at the moment. So I think it would be more instructive if I take that away and feedback offline.
Okay, thank you. Second question was from Councillor Bernie Bentick. There's now a committee member, so Bernie, you've had a response. You've got a follow-up.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Yes, I'd like to ask, in response to the replies received with regard to dental services, may I ask what strategy the Shropshire Council and the integrated care system have to improve the dire state of dental services in Shropshire? The current budget for 2023-24 is less than it was in the previous year. Apart from secondary care, which, as we all know, is last resort services in general to perform extractions when dental disease has got to the point where extraction is the only option available. And so please could I have a response to that question?
Again, I'm looking across the room. Yeah, I'm guessing there might be a written response to that.
I think it would be more instructive to do that as a written response. And Councillor Bentick will understand that he and I had a conversation, I think 2 weeks ago, where I asked Councillor Bentick if he could set out some specific questions and detail around that. I'm really happy to pick that up as a written response.
Okay.
Excuse me, Chair. I thought that question was answered at Council last week.
It is a bit of repetition. I think Bernie on the same theme, but a slightly different slant.
The leader gave us quite a good account of what was going on.
Yeah, yes, I understand, but the budget is reduced. It's not increased, and the number of people who don't have access to dental services is enormous. there are only 6 in the county dental practices that currently offer new appointments, and none of those are in Shrewsbury.
Yeah. We'll get you a written response, whether that's a repetition of what was said at council or an update to that. Thank you, Bernie.
I think actually there was a communication issue that we needed from the Health and Wellbeing Board, if you remember as well, because the leader did insist that the Health and Wellbeing Board were doing work, but she didn't say what it was.
Yeah.
And I asked for the communication. So if Bernie could actually have an update on that, and all of us come to that, that would be really welcome.
Bernie is a member of the committee now, so we'll bring it back to this committee.
But he wasn't there to hear that actually the Health and Wellbeing Board were doing the work. So that communication's vital.
Perhaps you could tell him what was said at council.
No, I've just told him. I want the answer. No,
Okay.
we want the answer.
Well, I can't give it today, can I? So we're getting a written answer. I know what you're saying.
Mr. Chairman.
No more. Date of the next meeting is. I haven't got it on my list. Tom?
10th of July.
Brilliant. Thank you. So that concludes the meeting today, the formal part of it. I would ask members to stay in the room, and we'll cut the live feed.
Thank you.